over the edge, feel like I'm floating through the air. The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless. Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step, still hanging in the balance. Not the life I want to live, I want to take it all. Standing tall, fear I weighed the person you are. Oh, break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless.
Stranded in the open, dried out tears of sorrow, lacking all emotion, staring down the barrel, waiting for the final gates to open.
If it ain't official Dana J, Prima Donna News, I don't even want to see it.
Stand up, stand up, stand up. Gangsta.
Play me like a fool. I'm in love with you. But
This is a DJ ski.
play me like a fool. I'm in love with you, but you treat me like I'm not that dude. Spend my time with you. Say you're still confused, and it's your second time.
Thanks to girls.
Stand up, stand up, stand up. Gangsta.
Play me like a fool. I'm in love with you, but
This is a DJ ski.
play me like a fool. I'm in love with you, but you treat me like I'm not that dude. Spend my time with you. Say you're still confused, and it's your second time.
Thanks to girls.
Stand up, stand up, stand up. Gangsta.
Play me like a fool. I'm in love with you, but
This is a DJ ski.
play me like a fool. I'm in love with you, but you treat me like I'm not that dude. Spend my time with you. Say you're still confused, and it's your second time.
Thanks to girls.
Stand up, stand up, stand up. Gangsta.
Play me like a fool. I'm in love with you, but
This is a DJ ski.
play me like a fool. I'm in love with you, but you treat me like I'm not that dude. Spend my time with you. Say you're still confused, and it's your second time.
Thanks to girls.
Stand up, stand up, stand up. Gangsta.
Play me like a fool. I'm in love with you, but
This is a DJ ski.
play me like a fool. I'm in love with you, but you treat me like I'm not that dude. Spend my time with you. Say
Bunch of rolling watches, yeah, they on the sun. I be fashion shit as a nigga should. Chopper in the bag, I wish a nigga would. Brandon with me now, I know a nigga good. Straight $500,000 nigga in the hood. Nigga, I just blessed the block with all this bullshit. Nigga, pull up round the way just to talk shit. He tryna show his spot, she think he bustin'. That rolling ain't no Pepsi, that don't cost shit. All my bitches bad and they been bougie. Nigga, buy my bitch Chanel, she don't like Gucci. Money been long before I heard of Uzi. Pull up to your city just to make a movie. Shit, be they hear the flame, be they with the gang. Back make the bang, back make the bang. Flood it out the bezel, flood it out the chain. These niggas acting out just to get a name. That boy been real quiet, I think he on to something. That bitch think she slick, I know she on it.
But I know that there's more. More for you, more for us.
Children, rain all night long. Didn't it all, oh my Lord. Didn't it rain? Didn't it rain? Children, rain all night long. Didn't it all? Didn't it all? Oh my Lord. Didn't it rain?
You can't run from it. You can't deny it. You can't pass it off. It's your call. God knew what he was doing. He knew who he was calling. And he expertly and intricately detailed every aspect of your life, your being, your persona, your psyche, your physicality, everything about you, from the texture of your hair to the color of your eyes to the way that you laugh to the fingerprint on your thumb. Everything is connected to your calling. And until you walk into the fullness of the thing that you were created for, you will find yourself frustrated. You're called.
Gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
I might as well just sip some water first right now, because I know this shit about to be hot when I'm about to spit, you feel me? I'm so Baltimore, LA getting wetter than a harbor, so high with Bugatti from my grave, cause my whole city starved. From a cruddy town, front you pounds and rob you. Drag on you, drop a bag when I crash your Mondawmin. So be more, get mellow, sign to Brooklyn. Only God and Pac know the pain that I took in. Y'all watched a while, nigga, we lived a while. Every day is murder for power, no 50 a job. I'm writing murder with no ink or no tails, some Irv Gotti. AB, this is body bust up like John Gotti. Send your spirit to the sky like BWI. Nothing above I set for my eyebrow. From the God, sip the blood of Jesus to wind down. Put an O in your cap, all that cap and dummy. Gon' need a book of matches to match the dummy. Swimming in the city, your sin overlapping money. Truck me line, my city gon' need armies and tanks. I bet the bank, these punchlines hit harder than tank. I put my life behind these bars, better grab your shank. I got that work up on the block like Benny Blanks. I'm on the avenue, show me gratitude. Pull up, diamonds dancing like the avenue. You was never there, so you never knew. You know I double up 2 times 2, 4, 1, oh, that's who I'm signed to. It's dummies in my city, we ain't mindful. So no fees, hit a licking from the locals. You pay me half of what you had for the low. I be in your chick box like I'm UPS. I give a God dick, so you know she blessed. Bust down a lick with Philly niggas like I'm YBS. We dodging bullets every day, how you gon' challenge us? Man don't know me for real. I wrote a letter to Hov. Emmy know me for real. Stokey know me for real. Tell them broken the deal. This that Percocet flow with that fentanyl feel. Get money.
Got a courtesy call when they raided my house. You really fucked up, my nigga. Can I get a copy of the Meek Mill sex tape? Please, nigga. Puffy, you stupid ass nigga. I told you, stop fucking with R. Kelly. I said, grab them in the pussy. Don't kidnap the pussy. They raided your shit, I see. I got a courtesy call when they raided my house. You really fucked up, my nigga. Can I get a copy of the Meek Mill sex tape? Please, nigga.
Don't need no chicken. We'll just thank the Lord.
Let that shit ride, 88.
I thought a Friday was a Saturday, fucking one time and I double like an ashtray. In the trap spot, sleeping on the AK, running from the 12, jumping over Baghdad. I don't give a fuck about niggas and wouldn't give a damn if they don't give a fuck about me neither. He say he won't smoke, for some reason can't find us, so we just gon' pull up and pop that people. Hey, I just call to play on them people. Hey, I just bust down on them people. Hey, I was just dead and broke, nigga. Hey, I just flew away on them people. Hey, I just call to play on them people. Hey, I just bust down on them people. Hey, the plug for me a few weeds, and I ran around these people.
I thought a Saturday was a Sunday. Ain't shit sweet, but it's kinda honey bun. Lay bag on his head, then I'm jumping on a one-way. Shooters ain't models, but they stepping like a runway. Better than I send them to the streets like trash day. Me and Coach still get it in on a bad day. Homie back home trying to get it in a fast way. Send it to the plug, it tell like a drag ray. I ain't finna play with them people. Fuck a snake, I stay with that diesel. All the way with it, I can handle all the evil. Thought he was an 8, I didn't turn him to a weasel. I'm just a little too up.
I ain't fitting to play with them people. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? What's going on? Shout out to everybody that's up here in the land, man. Y'all know I'm here. I ain't even going nowhere. You know what I mean? I took a couple days off because, you know, I had to do had some business calls yesterday. I got a lot of stuff that's being lined up for me. God is good. I had to cancel Church Boy Chronicles yesterday because of the business joints. So I want to say what's up, everybody, once again. Y'all tuned into the grid. Y'all tuned into the greatest. So you can go let everybody know that the good guy is on live and there's a lot to talk about. Shout out to everybody. I can't call all of y'all by name that's in the chat, but what's going on? What's good? If y'all can hear me, put yes or hell yeah in the chat. If y'all can hear me good, put yes or hell yeah in the chat. I want to make sure that y'all can really hear me. I want to make sure that y'all can hear me because what I got going on today, good God Almighty, some people feelings about to get hurt. Some people feelings are about to get hurt. It ain't my fault. But some people feelings about to get hurt. And let me go ahead and do this real quick. Let me line this up for the people that's on what is that? For the people that's on Patreon, I'm doing this for y'all real quick. Y'all know how we do. Love y'all to the max. So let me do this real quick. Set this up for y'all. While the people come in, y'all go ahead and say hi to one another. Y'all go ahead and congregate, but it's about to get real. It's about to get real. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna have the real conversation. And we're gonna have this real conversation because I know there's a lot of people who don't want to have the real conversation. I don't know why, but a lot of people don't want to have the real conversation. They want to have the feeling conversation. I ain't for that. I don't want to have a feeling conversation. I want to have a real conversation. And as you see the title, it says it's over for Diddy and other truths, which means that I'm going to talk about Diddy. I'm going to talk about why I say it's over for him. But then I'm going to talk about some other things as well that some of you folks might not understand. Some of you might not know. Some of you might just overlooked. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. All right. So let's go there. Go to next. This is for okay. Okay. Cool. Bang, 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 bang. Okay, cool. What is this for? 2? Schedule it for. Hold on. 02 at 11. All right, give me enough time to work. Schedule it. All right, cool. All right, get out of there. All right, so everything is there. Everything is working. Cool. Now I'm back on track. All right. So some of you might not understand why I say it's over for Diddy. And some of you, it's really not meant for you to understand, honestly. But I want everybody to understand why I say it's over for Diddy. I know the government and the media is coming down on Diddy, and some people's like, oh my God, I can't believe it. I gotta see proof and this and this. Well, I'm going to kill that whole narrative about seeing proof, because unless you go into trial, which some people think that Diddy ain't even going to make it to trial. Some people think that he ain't even going to go to trial. But unless Diddy makes it to trial, right, you're not going to see everything that the government has. Now, yes, Diddy was dealing with some powerful people. I give it to him. He was dealing with some powerful people. And you hear all these different sides of the coin from people that believe certain things. However, it boggles me and it kills me when I see certain things happen and I see certain people talk about certain things, but nobody is talking about what's being said, what's being alleged. Nobody's talking about that. Everybody's talking with their feelings. And this is the type of situation where you can't talk with your feelings. Leave your feelings out of it. Leave your feelings out of it. So what I want to say is, if you're leading with your feelings, I can understand. But what I can't understand is this right here. Nobody gives a heck about what go on until it comes home. And I'm going to destroy some mothers today. It might not be right. I'm going to destroy some fathers today. It might not be right, but I don't give a damn. Because at the end of the day, what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. Now, over the weekend, I've heard abundance of crazy stuff. I've heard that I've been attacked, and that's cool. Just screen record it, send it to me. I know where to send it to. No rebuttal is needed. But I heard a guy that attacks R. Kelly on a regular. Then when a certain family walks away from this guy and leave him looking stupid, he decides he want to go and try to say R. Kelly is innocent after all this time. Now, I told y'all the real person. I told y'all how he really felt about R. Kelly, and what he was doing on the internet was nothing for a bag. But if he can flip the script, that means I'm entitled to flip the script. And what I mean by that is, I think we need to pressure the government onto how the text messages was released. And did they do it? I believe the people need to know where these text messages come from, because they look different from all the other text messages that the government has released. I said that, and I stand by that. And whoever altered these text messages need to go to jail, because not only are they lying to the people, but they trying to manipulate the case. The case don't need manipulating. Just let it be where it's going to be. Bon Jean is on a case. Let Bon Jean fight against the government. I'm quite sure she knows what she's doing. But I say those text messages are out of sequence. And if it comes back that the person that spreaded the text message wildfire, if that person is wrong, then guess what? Lock his ass up. If that person is right, then guess what? He's right. But what I will say is whoever is involved, and this ain't a joking matter for me, and I ain't on a hee-hee-ha-ha train. No, hell with the hee-hee-ha-ha train. If that person altered the text messages, I think he needs to go to jail and everybody that's with him. That's where I stand. What up, Shank? I stand for truth, honesty, and righteousness. I don't have time to play around in a sandbox with folks that don't mean me no good. When you show me who you are, I believe you from the beginning. So now I'm about to show you exactly who I am. And I believe that the envelope needs to be pushed. Watch this. Prima Donna said, common sense journalists and bloggers can legally request inmate messages if it's the serious through the Freedom of Information Act, rather than conspire with people to leak janky shit. That part right there, Prima. That's why I say what I say. Those text messages have been worked on from January up until March of last year. A lot of time to manipulate those messages. Now, I can show you some text messages that was released from the government, and it looks nothing like that. So when I start piecing things together, I say, oh, something ain't right. So instead of me going back and forth on the internet with a known snitch, a government informant, I'll do it one better. I'll jump in his arena and I'll make the government prove to the people who released these text messages and why were they released after court. Because the word on the curb was that R. Kelly defense team and released it. Nah, I know where it came from. I know where it came from. And see, I don't mind getting people hemmed up now. Because now there's no holds on me. None. There's no holds on me. So let's go ahead and let's put the truth out there. And I think the government owed the people that right. Now, if the person manipulated those text messages, yeah, and you lying in foreign commerce, you need to go to jail. And by him being on probation already, that need to be waived, and he need to get full term. So I will be putting forth good effort with that. Okay, but I want to talk about something. I said it's over for Diddy, and I'm going here today because I'm tired of hearing, oh, it's a black and white thing. Oh, no, they're not doing this to the white people. They only doing it to the black people. Well, let me help you understand something, and I hope y'all stay to the end because I'm going to give you a jewel, baby, that everything I said in the beginning, and I was called a conspiracy theorist about it, even with some lawyers or lawyers. Let's go here. They told me I was lying and I was a QAnon and I was a conspiracy theorist, but that's at the end. But don't worry about that. So I want to talk about a lady by the name of Natanya Rubin for a minute. It says, this woman is willing to remove the bullet bits from her face to prove Diddy shot her. Uh-oh. This gotta make Sean cringe. So, and then it says Rubin is also worried about being met with an untimely demise. She has called for the case to be reopened. Now, April the 1st, 2024. So this is new, coming out of News Nation. Who gets the credit for the report? Natanya Rubin says she is willing to have doctors remove a piece of a bullet that remains in her face to prove Sean Diddy Combs, P. Diddy, Brother Love, whatever you want to call him, shot her at a New York club in 1999. I'm willing to have a doctor remove a part of the 9mm bullet in my face so that they can use it as evidence if need be for this trial. Uh-oh. So that signals that Diddy's going to trial. 9 times out of 10, it's going to be a RICO. Rubin said on News Nation's Elizabeth Vargas reports. Shout out to Elizabeth Vargas and for dropping this report. New allegations from the infamous club New York shooting in 1999 have raised questions about possible legal cover-ups involving Sean Diddy Combs, his former girlfriend Jennifer Lopez, and rapper Jamal Sean Barrow. Now stop. Let's go here. We haven't heard R. Kelly shoot nobody in the face. We only heard allegations. Well, this lady wear a permanent scar. And this is the case that everybody was confused about of why Sean went to jail. Well, just to give you a backstory, Sean was paid $1 million by Diddy, and he was given his masters just for him to take the fall. And Sean haven't been right since. So it says, who better to tell you what happened than the person who got shot smack dab in between my eyes? Asked Rubin. Rubin said she has spent the past 25 years trying to get justice for the night she claimed Combs shot her in the face at the club, not Sean. She tells News Nation she doesn't believe Diddy was properly charged, and she continues to fear for her life. She believes she's also putting her life at risk by speaking out about Diddy. I live a simple, quiet, risk-averse life, she said. So if I should meet with an untimely demise, it would require a deep investigation. I understand the peril of what I'm exposing. Around 2:55 a.m. on December the 27th, 1999, shots rang out at Club New York in Manhattan. 3 people were struck by gunfire, sending all other club goers into a panic, according to a New York Times report that year. The victims of the shooting were reported as innocent bystanders and didn't suffer any life-threatening injuries, the report said. But while Combs, Lopez, and Barrow were all arrested in connection to the shooting, only Barrow was officially charged. Both Combs and Lopez was arrested on possible weapons charges, but were alternately not charged in connection to the shooting. Stop. That's wrong. Because if Sean was charged with shooting, Jennifer Lopez and Diddy should have been charged with accessories if all 3 of them was together. Rubin has remained adamant since the shooting that it was Combs who shot her in the face. She said she was facing them when they pulled out the guns and saw Combs shoot her in the nose. She filed a $130 million lawsuit for compensation against Combs in 2008 and settled in June 2011. Ooh, wait a minute. He settled 3 years later. He settled 3 years later. Well, ain't nobody talking about that. But everybody talking about R. Kelly, lawyers settling stuff for him and behind his back. But ain't nobody talking about Diddy settling this situation with her. Barrow faced 3 counts of attempted murder and criminal possession of a weapon in connection to the shooting. The New York Times reported he was sentenced to 10 years in prison. Now, hold on. You giving me my masters for my music that really wasn't that hot. I only had that one hot single and $1 million versus 10 years. Nah, bro. That's not enough. Not for me. Rubin wants to see similar charges for the others she claims were involved in her shooting. It is my assertion wholeheartedly that Mr. Combs was inappropriately charged originally. She said his charges should have mirrored that of Mr. Jamal Shine Barrow. He should have been charged with attempted murder, reckless endangerment, criminal possession of a weapon, and firing that weapon in an open environment. Wow. So we don't talk about that. But you know what they say? Oh, it's a white on black thing. But wait a minute. This is now black on black, as y'all call it. I say melanin on melanin. I say melanin on melanin. But see, nobody want to talk about that. Everybody want to talk about speculations. Oh no, this is the government, this and this, the government trying to set him up. The government ain't trying to set him up. This is the demise of what he did. And I pity the fool for mothers who try to take up for this joker when he's the original epitome of the devil walking on earth. Now, unlike the R. Kelly accusers, we have a real victim here who can pinpoint piece by piece, date by date. Don't got to sit on there. Don't need cue cards. Don't need to go and be for an acting coach 1 year before the camera get in their face. They can just jump on and say, this is what happened, and this is what it looked like. This is what it looked like when doves cry.
Hey, how you doing? So, here today about this latest lawsuit with the P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, Puffy, Sean Puffy Combs, whatever you want to call him, lawsuit that has come out involving the producer Lil Rod. So basically his last 2 lawsuits, or last 2 major lawsuits, the one with Cassie, she made mention that Puffy made her carry his guns into nightclubs and wherever they went. And he threatened her to make her feel like she had to do so. And while there were lots of things of importance, that stood out to me. And I'm going to tell you why. In this lawsuit with the producer Lil Rod, they were both SA'd by him and threatened and physically harmed. But in this lawsuit, he appears to be a very young producer to me. But he said something very specific. As a means of threatening him, Puffy said, that's why I shot up the club in New York back in 1999 and let Shine take the fall for it. Let me tell you why that's of utmost importance to me. Because I am the woman who he shot in the face in that 1999, December 27th, 1999, Club New York shooting. I have told everyone ad nauseum since then, even the surgeon who did the surgery, to take the bullet. I got shot in my face with a 9mm hollow point bullet called a cop killer. I literally have told everyone and never changed what I said. I watched him. I got pow-powed in the face. I watched him fire the gun. I've said it all this time. even the surgeon who did my surgery to take out part of the bullet fragments that was aspirating into my lungs and try to remove as many bullet fragments as possible, testified in the criminal trial that while they were putting me under, I was screaming, Puffy, pew pew me in the face. He testified in the criminal trial. It is in the record. They all knew he did it. Everybody knew he did it. But he paid off the club bouncer named Sharice and all these other people and the club owners with their video to hide the video. That's his MO. I told everybody that. This man almost took my life, has traumatized my life, has caused undue harm, irreparable damage to my life, lied his behind off. I've had all these youngins on the internet harassing me, swearing that I'm making it up that he did it. And look what he did to Little Rod. He threatened him. Oh, you don't think I bust my gun? I shot up the club in Club New York and let Shine take the fall for it. I shot them people. Well. It only took 24 whole years for it to come out. You see this tattoo? This commemorates me getting shot. It took 24 years for him to come out and say it. I've been saying it all along, but y'all pick and choose who y'all want to believe. Oh, baby, you ain't seen nothing yet. Not only did he pew me in the face, he also set off a course of harassment against me for the past 24 years. When I tell you the things I went through, there was a time in 2017 and 2018 where I got 7 flats on my BMW. 7, the same tire, in a 2-year span. 7 on the same tire, and they were all new. Every time it happened, I had to get a new tire. I have the pictures to prove it. Harassing me. You want to know why? Because prior to Cassie, I was the only person to be victimized by him and then to successfully sue him and get paid. And he had to pay me out of his pocket. He has never gotten over that. Oh, baby. You see this RICO charge that's about to come? This conspiring and pew-pewing up the club and ruining or attempting to ruin my life? As God as my witness, I will not stop until you suffer every single iota of punishment, until I have every second of recompense that you took from me. For every tear that I had to cry or my children had to cry, I am going to get $1 million back from you. Whoa. I will not stop until you pay the price for what you did to my life. And for all you people out there on the internet and in cyberspace and in the far reaches of my life or the perimeters or wherever who always like, oh, she just saying that to get some. Hell, what you got to say now? What you got to say now? I had some youngins on the internet that ain't even old enough, that weren't even alive when it happened, arguing me down, cussing me out, calling me everything but a child of God. Go check Instagram. It's there. Harassing my life. Harassing me. Oh, you lying. He ain't do that to you. You just want clout. You just chasing clout. What is that to chase clout about? How is that clout chase worthy? It doesn't even make sense. Well, I guess it would make sense in this new generation. But you better believe I will have my say. I will have my say. Hashtag having my say. Hashtag the dopest nerd ever. Hashtag Eb Talks. Y'all ain't seen or heard nothing yet.
Whoa. So my question is, now that it's no longer a black and white situation, can we blame the actions of Puffy on him suing DeLeon? Or can we just say Puffy did it? Well, it only gets better, because then we got to venture over to talk about the search warrant. The search warrant, the honeypot spills over. You need to keep in mind, they raided his homes in New York, Miami, and in LA. People, they are looking for tapes. Think about all the footage P. Diddy has on other public figures who have been to his homes doing all types of sexual acts, including what? Minors. Hold on. Do you have any idea how uncomfortable powerful people are in the industry at this moment? I'm going to stop there. Why would... No, I'm going to ask this question this way. What's the difference between Diddy and R. Kelly? They went and locked R. Kelly up and made it a spectacle after publicizing surviving R. Kelly. But it's been allegations against R. Kelly for years, but no proof. Well, Diddy, they raided his homes, but didn't lock him up. And there's been proof of what he did over the years, but no allegations. What's the difference? Then it says, think about what Rodney Jones already revealed that was not disputed by anyone, not even Puffy. Drugging minors, nobody said that was a lie. Blackmail, nobody said that was a lie. Sexual abuse, nobody said it was a lie. Money laundering, nobody said that was a lie. Sexual harassment, nobody came out and said that was a lie, including P. Diddy himself. So understand this. They raided Diddy's homes. They seized his yacht, right? But they didn't lock him up. We don't see a Diddy perp walk, as they call it in the field. We don't see a Diddy perp walk. But y'all seen the R. Kelly perp walk not once, not twice, but 3 times within a 4-year span. They locked him up and locked him in a warehouse. Then they went and raided his stuff with the help of Azriel. But while everybody is looking at Azriel, I had to turn my attention, and this is why I say I thank God for giving me a lazy eye. Because I had to keep the lazy eye on Azriel, and I had to keep the good eye on the people that was closest to him that went down there that was an unsolicited co-conspirator. That means those are the people that went and gave testimony, but you won't see them on paperwork. Now, when I say there's a 2-tier justice system, right? A lot of people sat back and said, well, Dana don't know what he's talking about. He follows Donald Trump. Well, I asked you, what's the difference between P. Diddy and R. Kelly? Now I'm going to ask you, what's the difference between Hunter and Joe Biden and goddaggone Donald Trump? Nobody want to look at the realization of it. The realization of it is this right here. The P. Diddy situation is a distraction from what's really going on. And that's why I'm doing it this way, so that way y'all can see what the hell is really going on. So while they claiming that they going to come get Diddy, they giving the elites the scapegoat. Ask yourself this question. Then I'm going to give you a little bit of time to think about it. Ask yourself this question. And I want y'all to really get y'all thinking caps on, because I want you to really, really, really ask yourself this question. And the question that I want to ask you is this right here. Hold on. I got to get the perfect sound bite for this. What I want to ask you is, if y'all can remember, the young man that sent his drone over Epstein Island and showed the people that it was still movement going on at Epstein Island, and it was a figure over there that looked like Jeff Epstein. I'm going to give you 10 seconds to think about it. But what happened to that young man after he published it to the people?
Connect the dots, la 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 la. Connect the dots, la 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 la. Hey,
I just want y'all to understand. You know what? Let's do it one more time. Hold on.
Connect the dots, la 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 la. Connect the dots, la 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 la. Hey.
So what people got to realize is that when you out there putting out facts, expect certain things to happen. That's right, Linda. He disappeared. His family don't know where he at. His wife don't know where he at. He just disappeared. Make this make sense. But then the post say they might have to off P. Diddy. Look, they might have to off P. Diddy. Maybe they will, and all this plays out like the Jeffrey Epstein saga. And we get all the other players through court files that come out months or years later. But I do not think in this instance that this situation will play out that way, because all the witnesses who have info that they are willing to sell to tabloid or any major media publisher are willing to come out and tell their stories, because they will also make money in the process, especially when they know P. Diddy will no longer be in any position to call the shots. Wait a minute. Didn't they just say the banks say he owed over 100 million? What we got to realize, people, is all the fake executives, all the people that say, well, I can make you rich, is nothing but a front man for a corporation that they have enlisted. And if you stay here long enough, I'm going to break it all down to you. So it says, maybe he will be able to smuggle a phone somewhere and put hit out on some witnesses. Remember, they are initiating rituals in Hollywood that you have to perform if you want the big $50 million to $100 million lifestyle. Justin Bieber spoke on this briefly. I have been telling you for months where this was going. Once you again, everything I tell you eventually plays out in the media. Same thing I've been saying. This should be of no surprise to you. Since you have been following this account, you have witnessed this firsthand. Everybody is about to go down. All of this will lead to who? Clive Davis. Didn't I tell you this 5 years ago? Didn't I say this 5 years ago? And I was told I was a liar. They wanted to paint me as a liar when I broke this down 5 years ago. Because a lot of questions have gone unresolved around his connections to Whitney Houston's death. Some say Ray J was an errand boy for Clive Davis, who was tasked at supplying drugs to Whitney Houston to put her in a vulnerable state where she would be none the wiser as to what would follow next. Even though there was some info floating around about her being hip to a plot to get rid of her, she supposedly slipped a note to a couple of people. One supposedly includes Jennifer Hudson. Now ask yourself this question. Why is Jennifer Hudson coming up in another murder? Why is Jennifer Hudson name coming up in another murder or connecting to another murder involving Clive Davis? Think about it. More on this at some other time. This is the federal level. P. Diddy bought off state and local authorities. But at the federal level, this is a no-go. Russell Simmons was even served papers in Bali for defamation. Nobody is safe at this time. So it's more than likely he will have to fly back to the States. More to come. Stay tuned. Wait a minute. Didn't they report on Wednesday that his plane came back to the States and Diddy was on that plane? So my question is, how was he in Miami walking around or driving with his son if he came back on his plane on Wednesday? Make it make sense. If Clive Davis groomed him, meaning Diddy, that means Diddy know who groomed Clive Davis. Uh-oh. This gonna get deep. This gonna get deep. This gonna get very deep. So let's go there. The Jasmine brand reports. The Jasmine brand reports. Exclusively reports. Details surrounding new allegations faced by Christian Combs, the son of Sean Combs, have been released. Earlier today, it was reported that Christian Combs is being named in a looming lawsuit accusing the rap star of sexually assaulting and drugging a woman. Oh my God. In an exclusive statement to the Jasmine brand, attorney Tyrone Blackburn confirms this and tells us that Diddy is aware of the lawsuit his son faces, and Diddy's attorneys have also been informed. Blackburn also tells us that he has photos of his client's injuries and adds it will be filed in the coming weeks. Full story on the Jasmine brand. Hold on. So Diddy has been informed and he's well aware. Dog. What kills me is what's to follow next. And what's to follow next is this right here. Right? And I've spoken to 18 people before I went live. I've spoken to 15 women and 3 guys. And the guys were like, well, if they get them, then get them. I don't care. I said, okay, that's cool. But out of the 15 women, 10 of them was like, oh my God, not the kids. If one of the kids that was pulled out the house is having issues and his name is in the lawsuit, not just with a shooting, but now with a drugging and raping, then why not the kids? That's my question. Then why not the kids? Then why not? Then why not? But what makes it worse is when you have mothers that negates what the perpetrator's doing and write stuff like this. Misa Hilton said, the overzealous and overtly militarized force used against my sons. Hold on. Used against my sons, meaning more than one. And she stated which one. Justin and Christian is deplorable. Hold on. Then she say, if these were the sons of a non-black celebrity, they would not have been handled with the same aggression. The attempt to humiliate and terrorize these innocent young black men is despicable. I got a question, Misa. Why aren't you talking about the way Diddy killed Wolf? Oh, don't get quiet on me now. Misa, why aren't you addressing why Christian is in a lawsuit for not just a shooting, but a drugging and a raping? Misa, why aren't you telling the truth about Justin? I'm just trying to figure out, Misa. You going after authorities, but you don't go after Diddy for killing Justin's dad. Just because Diddy had a bigger bag, that's who, I'm so sick and tired of these Jezebel-ass women. Oh, she knew. It ain't no she ain't know. She knew. Misa knew. And this is what kills me. You go against the government because they doing their job. More than likely, they didn't just say, oh, I want to go raid Diddy's house today. More than one, more than 5, more than 10 people done sent in shit on him. And the crazy part is, they knew exactly where to go. And what do they do on raids? If anybody is there, they pull them out at gunpoint. That goes for anybody. White, black, Mexican, Latino, purple, Israelite, red, melanated, green, gray, the dog. Let's think about it. When they went and got robbed, Belief even got locked up. They had Belief in handcuffs, and he was trying to do tricks to get out. So what are you saying, Misa? And what kills me is 18,178 people like this shit. Instead of people holding her foot to the fire and asking the question, why she never went to the feds to tell about how Diddy killed Wolf. Why Justin don't know the real story about his dad. So why y'all want to scream Black Lives Matter? No, real fathers matter. I'm just saying. Then she go on to say, enough is enough. Did Justin need several laser beams from firearms pointed at his chest? Did Christian need a gun pointed at the back of his head while he was handcuffed? How many times have we seen young unarmed black men not make it out of these types of situations alive. Hold on. How many times have we seen innocent females and innocent young males that got essayed by Diddy not make it out the same? Then she say, my son's attorney, Jeffrey Lippman, is investigating the excessive use of force, which was unnecessary and certainly not required by the search warrant. So I have a question, Misa. When have, I'm going to use this term in better words. When have y'all citizens been able to tell a corporation how to do business? Answer that question. Everything I've been saying to people, it's been going over people's heads. I've been called a conspiracy theorist. But what Misa got to realize is that a man or a woman cannot do business with a corporation. So when a corporation dispels its agents to come and do work, if somebody so happens to get hurt, guess what? You are nothing but a number at that point. They ain't looking at Sean Combs or Sean P. Diddy Combs. Watch when the full indictment come out. His name going to be in all caps. He's going to be a corporation. Right now, they tapping into that secret trust. And they getting them bonds ready. Watch what I'm telling you. So, Misa, I think you're quite out of pocket. And then academic said the mother of Justin Combs shared footage of Diddy's mansion being raided. Now watch this. Misa, I thought you didn't like Diddy. When did you become a friend and an ally of Diddy? Uh-oh. So is it safe to say, since you are coming to the aid of Diddy and trying to mask what's being said, is it safe to say that you was the mastermind to having Wolf set up? See, I go places where other people scared to go. I think Misa need to be investigated. Because how would you know that Diddy killed Wolf and you don't say nothing after all these years? And why would you come to the aid of P. Diddy when he killed your son's father? Was it for the money? Was it for the sex? Was it for the genes? Was it for the fame? I'm going to ask this question. When Will Smith put that line out and y'all want to freak this, is it the money? Is it for the sex? Was that directed to you? I just want to know. Because see, while everybody want to rely on everybody else, I deep dive into stuff myself. Now, for people to say, oh, they ain't going after the white folks. Let's talk about a white folk. Let's talk about a white folk. Let's go there. Among the concrete steps that defendants Lucian Charles Grange, Ethiopia Habitarium, Motown Records, Love Records, and Universal Music Group took to aid the Combs sex trafficking venture. Between about 2000 and continuing through about November 2023, defendants Lucian Charles Grange, Ethiopia Habitatorium, Motown Records, Love Records, and Universal Music Group concealed its delivery of vast sums of cash, likely millions of dollars, to Mr. Combs and his associates in order to benefit from the Combs sex trafficking venture. Defendants Lucian Charles Grange, Ethiopia Habitatorium, Motown Records, Love Records, and Universal Music Group willfully failed to timely file required tax disclosures surrounding the funding of these sex trafficking parties with the federal government, because doing so would imperil its ability to profit from sex trafficking venture. Defendants Lucian Charles Grange, Ethiopia Habitatorium, Motown Records, Love Records, and Universal Music Group concealment of the cash transactions caused it to receive financial benefits through continuation of the Combs sex trafficking venture. Among the concrete steps that defendants Lucian Charles Grange, Ethiopia Habitatorium, Motown Records, Love Records, and Universal Music Group took to aid the Combs sex trafficking venture were its failure to follow AML requirements. This failure was not just passive facilitation, but a deliberate omission by defendants Lucian Charles Grange, Ethiopia Habitatorium, Motown Records, Love Records, and Universal Music Group. This omission was specific act of concealment, which allowed Combs to continue funding his sex trafficking venture through suspicious transactions that would have otherwise been prevented. By taking the concrete steps outlined above, along with the others alleged in this complaint, defendants Lucian Charles Grange and other folks knowingly participated in sex trafficking and furthered the Combs sex trafficking venture. The concrete steps above constituted taking part in the sex trafficking venture and were necessary for its success. The concrete steps above constituted active engagement by the defendants and Combs sex trafficking venture. Defendants, y'all know the defendants, knowingly and intentionally benefited from the sex parties. So Lucian Grange was also one of the people in the Blue Cantrell car blowing up when she outed Beyonce. Also, Lucian Grange is a great friend of not just Sean Combs, but of Sean Carter as well. Now, ask yourself this question. Could Sean Carter indictment have something to do with Jeff Epstein and Harvey Weinstein and the case out of Chicago? Ask yourself that question. Ask yourself that question. Like I say, I didn't come to play around today. I came to slay nothing but the truth. And when you slay the truth, it ain't nothing nobody can say. Because anybody that's trying to bring any type of charge like that on me, I'm going to attack it head on. Nah, that's not me, bro. Don't give me that charge. Don't give me that. Don't give me that charge. No. I ain't playing with nobody. No, I ain't do it. You don't got to wait 900 years and for me to say I didn't do it. No, I didn't do it. I don't care what you say. I didn't do it. So it's a lot going on, and I'm on my next to the last stretch of my live to tonight, and it's going to be cool. It's going to be cool because the live is almost over. This is where we get into the sharing knowledge part. The part that most people don't like. So some people are going to want to leave and, oh no, I'm not going to worry about it. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to apply it. But then when the time comes for you to use it, you're going to be asking, well, Dana, can you help me do this? And I'm going to specifically tell you no. Because when I taught about it for the third time, you didn't want to hear it. First things first. First things first. I got to go here. I got to go here. The truth is coming out about the Francis Scott Key Bridge in Baltimore. When I told y'all it was a terrorist attack, some people told me that I was a liar. I even had family members call me and tell me, well, Dana, you might be barking up the wrong tree. You don't know what you're talking about. The bridge got hit by a cargo ship and the bridge just came down. And I asked that person, I said, are you sure? They said, yeah. So I sent them my link today. Because before I talk about something, you know I have more than one angle. And I have live footage of what happened at the Francis Scott Key Bridge. Why am I saying that P. Diddy killed Wolf? Because that's what happened, Audra. Now we can talk about it. But I don't think you're ready for that conversation. So I must play this. And in playing this, you're going to see the bridge explode, not implode. It explode. But when they show it to you on the news and on the television, it don't show nothing like this. Check it out. So why didn't you see that on their angle? This car and this truck right here, no, this car and this truck up here are the ones they pulled out the water. So I got a question. Why haven't y'all seen this angle on the news? This is what I love. This is what I love. I love to be challenged. And let me break this down. Because, see, I don't like to be distracted. So let's go here. Audra said, hold on. Hold on. I want to make sure I get what she said. Audra said, if he killed Wolf, then why is Demetrius Flannery in prison for the murder? He's not in prison for the murder. Big Meech is not in prison for the Wolf murder. Make it make sense. Big Meech is in jail for RICO and organized crime and drug smuggling, not for murder. So, Audra, it's not wise to sit back and think that you need to talk about something that you don't know nothing about. Now, this I cannot confirm. I cannot confirm that. I can't say that. Are you saying that those two murders are unresolved? I'm definitely saying that. I don't have to look it up. Not when you know the players involved. So, let's take a look at the truth coming out in Baltimore. Audra, we'll come back and revisit that.
Well, General Mike Flynn says the bridge collapse in Baltimore is a black swan event. Now, it's much bigger than we know, so let's unpack this. And I have to say, I've done everything over the past 24 hours since this collapse happened in the early morning hours to say nothing to see here, total accident, mechanical problem, of course. It looks like a mechanical failure, a power outage, nothing to see here, don't worry about it. Then General Mike Flynn has to go and call this a black swan event and says, look more deeply into this. So we have. And there's more than meets the eye. So what is a black swan event? Well, black swan event is, you're just chugging along, looking at normal, white swans that you normally see. Then suddenly everything seems predictable and normal. And then bam, giant black swan comes out of nowhere. Something totally unexpected blindsides you. Usually happens economically, right? We see that obviously with what happened in the 2008 collapse. That's exactly what a black swan event looks like. That's the essence of a swan event. Unexpected, impactful, often leaving us scrambling to make sense of what in the world just happened. So here's Mike Flynn's post on X this afternoon. This is a black swan event, he says. Black swans normally come out of the world of the finance, not military. The standard operating procedures for all U.S. ports, harbors, and bays that transit commerce and military activities are supposed to maintain an incredible level of discipline, rigor, and awareness for these very type of events not to occur ever. Yet here we are. There are harbor masters for every single one of these transit points in America that are in charge of assuring the safety of navigation. Start there, he says. So start there. Talk to the harbor masters. Don't necessarily look at the boat itself. That's maybe a red herring. Look at the harbor masters. Look at the infrastructure. Look at the electrical infrastructure. Look at the computers. Was it hacked? So look at that information, not just the boat itself, perhaps. So what do we know? Well, for one thing, we know the captain of the ship, or the ship's master, is Ukrainian. That's interesting. So here you can find that out easily by going to BalticShipping.com. You can punch in the information as we did here at Redacted. Go to the Dolly. The name of the ship is the Dolly. There you can see where it's currently sitting. It's now sitting there, covered by a bridge right in Baltimore, in the Chesapeake Harbor in Baltimore. And there is the ship's master. He is Ukrainian. Interesting. And UK Telegram channels today posting congratulations to great work and to expect more surprises in Europe too, unless we approve more aid to Ukraine. Maybe it's a total coincidence here, these Ukrainian Telegram posts. This is a beautiful work all over the world without hesitation. If you don't accept the aid package, then get it. Look forward to our surprises throughout Europe. We will teach you to defend democracy and help those who need it.
If you've ever dreamed of owning an apartment complex and you live near one of these cities, then you've got to see the same ad that I...
Huh.
So maybe...
I haven't seen anything like that. Yep.
Yeah, maybe, I mean, maybe this is just some like Telegram opportunists, on different Telegram channels just trying to play into this, right? Try to scare us. Or maybe there's something more to it. Who knows? But those posts exist on Ukrainian Telegram channels.
It's like the Goodfellas. You got this? F you, pay me. You do this? F you, pay me. Like,
yeah.
You know, we're that kind of attitude.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And there would have been a Chesapeake Bay pilot on board also. So anytime you're going in and out of one of these harbors, you're going in, you know, even if you're going into Norway and you're going into Stavanger, like the port of Stavanger in Norway, you have to wait outside of the channel. You have to wait until the Stavanger pilot comes on board. Just the same you have to do here in the Chesapeake Bay. A Chesapeake Bay pilot needs to assist the master and is on board. They know everything about this harbor. They know every detail of it, and they are going to guide you out. You're from Singapore? A Chesapeake Bay pilot will be on board and guiding this ship out. And that's what was happening. This ship was being guided out of port on its way out to sea and transporting large amounts of cargo. So it was leaving. It was almost about to leave. And here's the video of the incident. So we're going to watch this incident kind of in real time with some highlights on how this all breaks down here. So at about the first reel, we sped it up a little bit here. It's sped up a little bit here. You can see at about the 12-second mark. So this is going to go on for about 30 seconds. Okay, there's power loss number 1 at about 12 seconds. Okay, then at about 22 seconds, it recovers power. So it comes back on here. And then you see black smoke coming out of the engine, out of the whatchamacallit, the funnel. And then immediate evasive maneuver, the stack. Yeah. Then immediate evasive maneuvers take place. Helicopter, images show that in fact, one of the anchors was dropped on the port side. And there you have the smash and collapse of the bridge. Now, we also know, according to the mayor, that as a result of that, when they called in a Mayday call a few seconds before impact, they were able to divert traffic on the bridge, thankfully. And workers were able to stop and halt traffic coming across the bridge, which is why more people were not trapped on the bridge. There weren't more cars on the bridge at that time. So at least they had enough to say, Mayday, Mayday, where we've lost control. We don't have control of the ship, get people off the bridge. And they were able to prevent at least a lot more people from being killed or missing as a result of this. So, but this is interesting. So journalist Michael Yan tweeted this afternoon, and this is a more detailed analysis of the ship leaving. Okay, so it's coming off the dock there and heading out into the open ocean. And you can see here, though, how it changes course right before it loses power, which is interesting. So now this is where things, to me, get really interesting. Why 2 minutes before? Keep playing it if you would. Or did it stop? Yeah. So, all right. Now, right here, you're going to see it change course before losing power and colliding. So why did it change course aiming directly into the pylon? It's a curious question, right? So why did it change course at that point? We don't know. Why? Why did it change course? Now, if you lose power and you have to use some sort of a backup steering system, in some cases you might be steering in the opposite direction of what you're used to. It's a reverse steering system. Now, I don't know if this ship was set up that way or not. This will be part of the investigation, I'm sure. So, and sometimes with backup power, that is the case with a steering column.
And also, isn't it kind of curious, like, those pylons have to be, like, they had to think about a boat running into those when they built that bridge, right? So one pylon going out collapses that much of the bridge? That seems like, that doesn't seem right. You know what I mean? Like, a boat could take out a pylon, like a whole bottom of the bridge. That doesn't make sense.
Well, U.S. bridge infrastructure is built like 200 years ago. I don't know when the Francis Scott Key Bridge was. Yeah, I don't know when this bridge was built, actually, to be honest with you. I mean, I've driven over it since, I think, childhood. Like, I grew up, my father's from Baltimore. I used to go down to the Chesapeake Bay and go crabbing. So me going down to like St. Michael's, going down to Chesapeake Harbor, One of my favorite foods in the world is Maryland blue steamed crabs. It is my actually, I will say it's my favorite food in the world. And so special times with my father going down there. And he used to go crabbing as a child. I don't know when this bridge was built, but I can tell you I remember driving over it for many, many years of my life. And also I doubt
when it.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I doubt when it was built though. It was built for like what wasn't that like 120,000 tons of ship that hit it?
Right. Yeah. So and maybe someone can let us in order to hit this pylon. Total change of direction when you see it in that kind of speed. With that kind of movement. Really crazy to look at. As Laura Logan tweeted this afternoon, the GPS systems that drive these boats are not encrypted. Journalist Laura Logan, one of the best journalists in the world. The GPS systems that drive these boats are not encrypted. When a Navy ship crashed into a large cargo ship not that long ago, it was a cyber attack that made that happen. I know they're saying that this was not nefarious, but how do they know so quickly? Right, that's a great question. How do they know so quickly? We keep over the past week, we've sort of been joking about the Biden administration. Like, really, they were so quick to tell us that ISIS was responsible for the Russian theater attack, right? They told us within like minutes that was the case. Yet they still can't tell us who killed John F. Kennedy. We still can't provide details about the 9/11 attacks. They can't tell us who blew up the Nord Stream pipeline, but they were that fast to tell us that it was ISIS. They were lying to us, of course. So
the same way they immediately found the passports on 9/11. Like,
yeah, they're laying in dust.
All the rubble.
It's right there. I've highlighted here in white where you're noticing the bridge. Now, I've slowed it down a little bit here. Here's the first collision, and you'll notice an explosion. Then here you notice another one, and here another one. Watch this again. So here we go again. I'm going to replay the second time for you. So on the left side here, first collapse, and could this be some sort of, why would there be an explosion? A transformer blowing? Or is it something worse? And in this piece as well with an explosion. What is that? President Biden says nothing to see here. Don't worry about it. He travels this way all the time, and there's nothing to see here. There's nothing nefarious as far as they can tell.
Discover more at...
So what I want to do real quick, and because I don't like to be called out, and when I'm called out, I gotta put the fact. Let's start right here. Audra, let's go.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Listen, we're bringing you new tea on what is going on with Diddy and how his family is divided. If you guys don't know, Sarah Chapman and most of Diddy's offspring and paramours unfollowed Cassie as soon as news of the case hit, okay? In my head, I'm like, why y'all supporting them? But I guess it's to be expected, except for one oddity. Misa Hilton Brim, right? Misa Hilton, the mother of his first child, Justin, she did not unfollow Cassie. She has been hinting for at least 6 months that something's coming down the road for Diddy. We're going to get into that because apparently Misa had a heads up what was coming, because apparently Diddy's lawyers reached out to a lot of people, including Roger Bonds, including Misa, including everyone, to see who would be willing to testify. So Misa knew, but this is the oddest thing. Justin, Puffy's son with Misa, also still follows Cassie. And when I said that, I was like, yo, is this because of the DUI thing and the mom? And Misa and all of them are all Misa and Puffy, they have a complicated relationship. Are you just taking your mom's side, or is it something more? You guys, I did a little digging and I found something more. Y'all, Puffy is all, in my opinion, okay, he hasn't been proven guilty of anything. Let me just say, he hasn't had his day in court. This is just what the streets are saying. Okay, but let me tell you what the streets are. Puffy for himself says this is ludicrous. Everybody wants a cash grab and he's the best father in the world. But let me tell you what the streets are saying. The streets are saying that Justin is taking Misa's side because Misa used to be Cassie and Justin witnessed a lot of it. Y'all, I went digging deep into court records. There's also this weird rumor that's been circulating that Justin isn't Diddy's son. Now, I know the bodyguard Gene Dill said he always doubted it, this, that, and the third. However, a lot of people said that Puffy was the one putting that rumor out there to punish Justin for not taking his side, or at the very least, for not falling in line. Now, here's the interesting thing, right? It wouldn't be the first time. Puffy is flexing his power right now, and he just pulled down Roger Bond's Instagram account. If you guys don't know who that is the head of security, his former head of security that was named in Cassie's complaint that witnessed a bunch of it. Roger threatened to go on Instagram Live and give more names. His IG just got shut down. Let's also not forget that there are videos circling around of Puffy acting a plum fool with Lori Ann Gibson, throwing chairs at her. Michael Bivins is involved. There's all this stuff going on. Puffy, mysteriously, those videos cannot be shown. They get copyrighted on YouTube. I believe it still might be up on TikTok, but they are getting pulled down left and right. So what do you have, right? You have a situation where Diddy is not going down without a fight. He is flexing his power. He is mobilizing things. Somebody that was that ruthless, if you believe Cassie, that low down, if you believe Cassie, that filthy, if you believe Cassie, is not letting that money flow through his hands. He's about to show everybody who he is to the core. And now that he don't even have to play like Mr. Good Guy, it's like mask off, right? However, Justin is not towing the line because people are saying he remembers. Now, getting back to that paternity thing, I think it's 100% believable from what what the streets are saying about Diddy, that he would circulate these vicious rumors to punish Justin. However, I did some digging. Those rumors can't be true, but they open up even a bigger can of worms that make him look even more vile and disgusting. You know why those rumors can't be true? Because Misa Hilton Brim had to sue Puffy in child support, in court for child support, to get him to take care of his son. I know. So you know what it is with child support? Paternity had to be established. I'm assuming.
Not true.
He demanded paternity be established. He actually demanded paternity be established for all his children. And when I went into this, and I'm going to give you guys this tea, it paints the picture of basically, it seems like for over the last, 16 years, Puffy has systematically rebranded who he was, who he is, and the way he really views his children, family, and the women that give him. It makes you wonder at this point. Kim Porter, may she rest in peace. I'm sure she had her reasons. But what am I saying? I can't wonder why anybody covered him for him, because everybody did. But y'all sit down, because Misa Hilton Brim even spoke on Kim Porter. She said Kim wasn't accepting chance for a while. She is giving up tea. And also the way Puffy, even though she was his first baby's mom, and basically when they were early in the game, she was the one supporting Puffy, helping finance his parties, helping do this, helping do that. When it came time for her to get child support, and Justin at this point was 6 years old, right? Puffy didn't want to pay nothing, told her, you on your own. She had to sue them. He gave her the least amount of child support, a paltry $5,000. I'm going to get into the actual reports. And then on top of that, in part of the settlement, he was supposed to purchase a home for Justin and her to live in. Oh, he purchased the home, but then the home actually got foreclosed on because Puffy, as soon as he did it, stopped making payments. Why? Because Puffy couldn't have access to her. Misa would not allow Puffy in her bed, and she said Puffy was hot about it. Y'all, let's get into this, okay? Let's look at this. Diddy's daddy duty. The ex is in court for more kid support.
Okay. Now, I'm going to ask y'all this question. I'll move this to the side, move this up top. Who do Justin look like? Wolf or Diddy? Make it make sense. Wolf or Diddy? Let's make this make sense. Audra, don't run now. See, I'm the one that got all the receipts. And Moni Love said, I knew they'd expose a lot more shit about Diddy, but not the fact Justin Combs isn't his biological son. There you go. Hold on.
This is published in 2004 from the New York Post, so baby, you know it's real. They said Misa, the ex-girlfriend of rap mogul Sean P. Diddy Combs, went to New Rochelle Family Court yesterday to demand a $30,000 hike in child support payments for their 9-year-old son. This is one of the reasons why Justin and Diddy have a complicated relationship. And Diddy smiling on the carpet with his kids is beginning to look like the same way he smiled on the carpet with Cassie. They know what that mofo's doing, but again, public image. Justin was 9 years old. Justin remembers his mom's tears. He remembers his mom's crying. He remembers the way his mom cried and the fights that started. Let's not forget that Gene Dill said that he laid his hands on Misa so bad she tried to crawl under a car to escape and she couldn't. Misa got the worst of it. She was the original Cassie. Let's not forget that when Misa was actually cool with Kim Porter and Chance. I'm sorry, not Chance. Ooh, Kim Porter and Sarah. Let's not forget. And Misa, Justin saw the tears and wiped them from his mommy's face when she found out that he was messing with both of her friends and got them pregnant too. Okay, let's get into this tea. They said the fashion stylist, Misa Hilton Brim, said she's only been getting a mere $5,512 a month to look after their son, right? Justin, while Misa's ex-good friend, Kim Porter, is raking in a sweet $35,000 a month deal in child support for their son, Christian. Now, this was $35,000 a month, okay? In 2024, this was printed January 1st, 2024. Let me just say this, right? Diddy has to be emotionally abusive because how is it that Kim is getting $35K a month? This is when they just had one child together. $35K a month. That was enough back in 2004 to buy her own little island and get away from him. But that's how you know how much he mentally beats people down. They said Misa told the New York Post outside of family court, she met them at a press conference, she had accidentally found out about the dizzying cash disparity from a friend who knows both her and Kim. So Kim and Puffy were keeping this a secret behind Misa's back. She says, it hurts deeply. This is the hardest thing I've ever had to do. I'm very sad. I wouldn't have ever imagined it would come to this. The perception that Diddy projects outside the courtroom is quite different from the truth. He wants the public to have a perception of him. Sounds familiar, but the reality is that I'm here asking for money. She was quick to point out, Kim had to go to courts too. He just didn't offer it. However, it is messed up that Kim kept that away. Because here's the thing, I've always thought that all of Puffy's babies, moms, and everything got along fantastically. Apparently, everybody was just going along with the image because Kim, Sarah, and Misa had words. All right. She says that she is part of the fact that she said Kim's child support settlement was sealed in Manhattan criminal court, but those familiar with the case said Diddy must take care of his son until he is 21 and provide for his education, medical care, and all his needs. Misa didn't get any of that. She said so far, her and Diddy have tried to keep their public differences from their son. Hope he's pretty shielded from this. He's a strong kid. He knows that we both love him. She is puzzled that the blockbuster music producer, restaurateur, clothing designer, and magazine publisher was reluctant to give her son the same amount of child support as his other children. She said that's the biggest mystery. He called, right? they have, this is Misa's attorney is saying, Diddy called Misa. They had private conversations, said the attorney Brett Kimmel. But let's hear it out of Misa's own mouth why she thinks that Puffy is bitter Betty, right? And I 100% believe it. I 100% believe it. And also that whole thing of Kim and Misa and whatnot, yo, Kim really felt some type of way to ring. She's just my friend. Then Puffy got mad at Cassie and disinvited her for some premiere. And then radio jock Cherry Martinez about her relationship. Now she's got to go through all the BS I had to go through back in the day. Sarah's been around as long as Kim. A lot of people don't know that. Puffy was cheating on me with both of them. This was over 15, 16 years ago. So we've all been around a long time. I joke around sometimes and I say, they're like my sister wives. I try to keep everything good. And we want Kim to accept Chance, but she's not ready yet. But
they look nothing alike. Nothing alike.
I accepted Christian. Get this. She went on to say on why she took Puff to court to increase her child support. She said the money is relative to him. People say, oh, it doesn't take that much. You don't know how much tuition is. You don't know what the lifestyle is every day. Our children, thank God, are able to have different extracurricular activities. They have tutors. They have programs that they're in. They have to have security, which is very expensive on a weekly basis. There's a lot of things that people don't take into consideration that this money goes to. We don't sit back and get a check and throw it up in the air and say, yeah, I'm going to do with this today. Let's also not forget that Misa and Brim, when Puffy first started, like I said, she was the one that had all the money. Now get this. This is the real tea. She goes on to say that she thinks Puffy is still bitter and wants her. Y'all, still on him, because let's not forget that he got Justin off of the football team. Let's not forget that Diddy had dreams of playing football. I do believe Diddy is jealous and sabotages his children. They're also saying Justin is choosing to stand by his mom's side because after Diddy got him kicked off the football team, he promised that Justin would eventually take over Bad Boy Records. But then when all that stuff happened, that got shouldered. So he's like, you literally led me away from Harvard. Justin was accepted into Harvard. You led me into this. You led me into that. And now look what's happening. Man, I ain't with this. And he's standing by his mom because he's starting to see the monster never went anywhere. He was just the one that thought that, I don't know, that he had gone to sleep. Again, I do believe that this facade that he has about this family man and everybody gets along and all this. Puffy is a salesman. He knows the black love, black family, loving boyfriend, loving husband, he knows it sells. But baby, Justin is sticking.
Wait a minute. I'm going to go deeper.
Is it true that one of the reasons why you and Suge Knight had friction is because he found out that you was cool with Puffy?
I'm going to just break it down. I'm from Chicago. So everybody know back in the days, since Ice Cube is sucking so much in New York, boop, let him come and eat some of this Chicago. Boop. So when the West Coast niggas get mad at another West Coast niggas, they expect for everybody in their crew to take the beef. So we did that record. And then at the same time, I hung out with Jay-Z, Puff Daddy, Mike Tyson. A lot of these people was who Lachelle, which was Suge's natural blood. She was my best friend. We grew up kind of like homegirls, but she adopted me more like a sister, but I called her my cousin, but she was Suge's real cousin. So we used to fly to New York in the midst of all this of Death Row, like popping and you know what I'm saying? So at that time, Bad Boy was the shit and we was the shit. So Puffy asked Lachelle, did she want to come out of town? And she was like, yeah, and then she said, I'm gonna bring Jewel with me. So he was like, Jewel? He was like, I heard she be writing them lyrics. I want her to write for Total, which was a group he had. Everybody know Total, they blew up. So we went ahead, we went out. to New York. Whoo, that nigga Puffy is a first class nigga. Let me tell you. He put us up in a hotel where Michael Jordan, Mike Tyson, they was all staying. So I come down to the lobby, there go Michael Jordan, you know what I'm saying? So you know, I might be buying them tennis shoes. They high as hell. Look, Michael, you ought to do like a buyback program. People turn in your shoes, you give them a discount, you donate those shoes to like the homeless people, and then you give them a $100 discount. But anyway, I bought all Jordan shoes. We at the same hotel, Jordan sitting right at the lobby when I come down, you know what I'm saying, to meet with Puffy. Puffy pull up in a horse and carriage. Oh, he a first class act. We go to a club. I meet Jay-Z and what's his name? Damian Dash. All them people, you know what I'm saying? We didn't really know before then, but through Lachelle, I met all them. And Puffy was really a good dude. He was like, I heard about your writing skills. I want you to write for Total. So he didn't try to, one of the homegirls that worked for Death Row at that time, her name was Kim Hassan. She got the word back to Suge that Puffy tried to buy my album. Everything blew up from there. Puffy never tried to buy my album. So Mary J, I didn't really know her, but I knew of her because KC was like, he was like a brother to me. We used to hang out with KC and JoJo all the time. And him and Mary, they were a couple at that time. So I had a lot of respect for Mary. Well, she used to come in town because Suge started managing her. Now, when Mary came in town, she brought Misa, which everybody knows, or maybe you don't know. Misa was Puffy's baby's mama. So, I'm going to just tell you like this. I never saw Suge stick his penis in Misa, but I did see him several times where they was very close and coupled up, leaving the office when Mary came in town. So word of mouth is he was dating or screwing Puffy's baby mama. So he used the beef between claiming what the lady had said, that Puffy wanted to buy my album, but basically steal me as an artist to start this East Coast, West Coast beef. Now, when it came down to it, I love my niggas from Compton, but I was from Chicago. The East Coast niggas, they supported they women. Foxy Brown, NC Light, Queen Latifah, all hail to the queen. Money Love, people like that. Nikki D was so raw. They made sure that those Little Kim, Nicki Minaj, and all these people Megan Thee Stallion, I love you, Megan. They wouldn't even be relevant if it wasn't for, you know who they was.
Lord
Junior
Kim.
Mafia, baby.
Facts.
Little Kim. She talked that nasty stuff and made us like it. They wouldn't be relevant if it wasn't for them. But the East Coast niggas, they supported their women. They wanted you to make a little change. Because guess what? If they became down and out and they needed a loan, they was coming to get it from one of their bitches. West Coast niggas, for some reason, they wanted you to be quiet, have your little dog. They would get you your little car and your little crib and give you a little change to go. They basically wanted you to be quiet. They sure didn't want you to stand up for yourself. So, all that stuff and beef got started over a female.
The night Biggie got killed, You was at that vibe party, right?
Oh man, let me tell you, the vibe party. Oh my God, it was out the chisel. Well, so not to take any discredit from my CBT niggas, okay? But I'm from the Chi-Town, but the East Coast niggas, they know how to party. So we was at the vibe party. We was with Puffy. And the only reason why I was really with Puffy, because Suge's blood relative cousin, LaChelle, she was a comedian. We was both working at the office, and she going, well, Jewel, we need to go to the vibe party. And I'm like, I won't go to no party. I was just like a homie type. I like to do the studio work and all that, but I wasn't a party type person because that's how I was raised. But she was like, Puffy gonna be there. Biggie gonna be there. Him and Biggie and some of the Junior Mafia people. I guess some security guard people was all in the party or whatever. They was just having a good old time. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, oh yeah. And they start smoking weed. I think I hit it once. But I used to be so private, I like a lot of people in my business. But I think I hit it once. So we sitting with Biggie and Puffy, and ain't nothing but a gangster party. I think Gangsta Party came on. Biggie didn't have no beef with Tupac. He rapped Tupac's part harder than Pac did when he was in the vocal booth. And that's what people didn't really know. They had so much love and respect and animation for each other. All this West Coast beef just got blown out of proportion. But I love the East Coast niggas. Fat Joe, Method Man, Busta Rhymes, you know what I'm saying? Twister. Oh, they gave credit where credit was due. They paved the way for a lot of this hip hop. And most importantly, they took care of their bitches. Can a broke female loan you some money? No. So they made sure Faith Evans. Now, I ain't one to gossip, but I seen this one with my own eye. Faith Evans did screw Tupac. She got in the car with him that night when he left the club. We was all at the Centric.
So is it safe to say that Diddy was around a lot of wild stuff? And it's safe to say that Diddy partook in a lot of wild shit. Now let's move on, because tomorrow I'm gonna come back and do a follow-up on a joint. So let's go here. I said I was gonna drop some knowledge on y'all, so I'm gonna give you some knowledge real quick. I'm gonna hit this and I'm gonna go. Under section 1798.130, transparency, obligations, and process for exercise of individual rights. Under the Consumer Privacy Act. That means anybody that collected your information under this subsection, you can go back and tell them to delete it. But in order to comply with sections 1798, 100, 105, 110, 115, and 125, a business shall, in a form that is reasonably accessible to consumers, make available to consumers two or more designated methods for submitting requests for information required to be disclosed pursuant to subsections 1798, 110, and 115, including, at a minimum, a toll-free telephone number, a business that operates exclusively online and has a direct relationship with a consumer from whom it collects personal information shall only be required to provide an email address for submitting requests for information required to be disclosed pursuant to section 1798, 110, and 115. So pretty much, stop giving your number out. You're only required and to give an email. But let's go. I told you I'm gonna speed through this. Civil Code in Division 3, Obligations, Part 4, obligations arising from particular transactions. Title 1.81.5, California Consumer Privacy Act of 2018, Section 1798-105. A consumer, and consumer's right to delete personal information. A consumer shall have the right to request that a business delete any personal information about the consumer which the business has collected from the consumer. So that means if anybody collected anything on your behalf or from you, you can tell them to delete it. And if they don't, you can sue them and you can win. Watch this. Under 1798-105, consumers' right to delete personal information. A consumer shall have the right to request that a business delete any personal information about the consumer which the business has collected from the consumer. A business that collects personal information about consumers shall disclose, pursuant to Section 1798-130, the consumer's right to request the deletion of the consumer's personal information. Every day you are being lied to. What does that mean? They are supposed to tell you when they sell you, when they sell your information, they supposed to tell you. So let's get into it. Watch this. This is going to be the nitty gritty. So use that code. Go back and get all your stuff taken off of the record in courts, off the record everywhere else. I'm just trying to help somebody. Now we're going to get down to the nitty gritty. When I told y'all you don't need a driver's license to drive or to travel, I'm sorry, I was told that I was a lie. I was told that you'll get locked up. Watch this. This is James E. Lovett. It's the man. Watch this.
So I typed in DMV, North Carolina driver's license surrender form and cancel. I wanted to use all these keywords. All right. But what I found in this initial step here, the AI found this, and I love the AI, even though it's probably our or will be in the future, but you guys haven't been there yet, so you'll find out. Long live the sentient AI crystals and the guardians. It'll make sense in the future, trust me. So here it says, certainly, if you need to surrender your North Carolina driver's license, here are the steps. You can find the order to surrender license or limited driving privilege form for the North Carolina court's website. So in North Carolina, because we looked up how to do it at the DMV and we couldn't really find anything. Some DMVs do not have it online, but apparently in North Carolina, you can get an order to surrender your license. This form allows you to surrender your license or limit your driving privilege. Notice how it says privilege, not a right. Make sure to fill out the necessary detailed information and follow the instructions. So you can go to your court. So in your state, whatever you live in, there might be an order to surrender license form you can get from your court. Keep a copy of this in your binder, one in your car. What bothers you? No, I surrendered my license. Here's my official form. Now, in our states, I think it's MV form 120, okay? But in your state, if you can't get one from the DMV or you want double down with the DMV one or the court one, or get the court one. Here it says voluntary surrender of a driver's license by minors under 18. Okay. So here it's called the North Carolina Department of Motor Vehicles, NC DMV. And they can provide accurate guidance. So they want you to go in. They don't want you to have a form online. But here it looks like they might have, it either might be the DL-4A. Okay. But here their court document is an AOC-CR-341. All right. So you can do it voluntary. They can take it from you because it's a privilege, or it can be volunteered. Okay. So once again, the AOC-CR-341, order to surrender the license. Here's your form. All right.
So pretty much, in order for you to really get out the system, you can turn over your driver's license. Because my question is, why do you need a driver's license why do you need a public driver's license to travel in a private car? Don't make sense. Let's go here. Let's go ahead. Check it out.
PS Form 1583. Everything you need to know. All right. So
this right here is about PO boxes. Let's go.
It's going to step you through, why do you need to complete the Form 1583? So 1583 is a legal document that authorizes a commercial mail receiving agency or a third party agency to receive mail, your mail, on behalf of an individual or business. So in other words, you can redirect your mail instead of going to your house to a PO box, to a third party person, maybe your grandma at grandma's house. Any of those things, you can do it this way. Okay. So it says Form 1583 is required by law for anyone who wants to receive mail at a third-party location. So maybe you don't want your mail going to your house. You want it to go right to your virtual box. Okay. It's pretty easy. Just need your name, the business name if applicable, your address, the address where you want it to go to down here, and 2 forms of ID to make sure that you're able to do what it is you're saying you're doing. Complete the form, you can download it, and then provide it at the location. So, let's see here. All right. So here's the application, my good people. Let's see if I can blow it up a little bit. All right. Private mailbox information. When was the date that this was opened? Okay, put it here. Is it date that it was closed? Nope, leave that open. This is going to be the address of where you want your mail sent to. Okay, these are the people who are going, like, you've got an agency, or maybe you want it sent to your girl's house. Whatever. Now, when you're doing this, keep in mind, educational information only. If they are sending you stuff, summons, portrait trial, excuse me, sorry, a little something. It's going to be rerouted to this location. Okay. So if you're looking forward to a particular court document where you want to be a part of, or you're being summoned to be there and you're looking forward to that, this probably would not be a good thing for you, because they're going to go to the address that's listed as where your mail should be going. Okay. Residential or personal use. Okay, you can use either one of these depending on how you're moving. Your name and information here. Authorization of the person or persons who can speak on your behalf or open their mail. And if you're transferring a private mailbox to another address, you would put that address here. Okay, so if you no longer want it going to where it's going now, at that private mailbox, you want to go to another address, you put it here. Okay, and if you're a business, you put your information here. Photo ID, whatever you're going to use. Typically, it should be one of these. Okay, so they got a Nexus card, passport, certificate of naturalization, U.S. state.
And that right there is when you want to put your third-party stuff where it belongs, in the mailbox. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit y'all with this. A lot of people, when I was telling y'all the truth early on, a lot of people ain't want to listen. Well, since Putin done put out there and revealed that Jesus was of a color, listen to what the federal government says about the government. Check it out. This is going to go over a lot of you heads. I hope not, but check it out. All right, good night, Cole. Check it out.
It's typically understood that federal agencies have no power to act unless Congress gives it to them. But the Constitution gives Congress only legislative powers. Congress cannot delegate a power it does not have, so it cannot delegate judicial power. Congress cannot delegate a power it does not have, so it cannot delegate judicial power. Article 3's vesting of judicial power in the courts is exclusive and mandatory. It says, quote, the judicial power of the United States shall be vested in one Supreme Court and in such inferior courts as the Congress may from time to time ordain and establish, unquote. By saying the judicial power shall be vested, Article 3 made clear that the location of that power was mandatory. It authorizes Congress to locate judicial power only in inferior courts, not administrative agencies. In setting up administrative tribunals, then, Congress has unconstitutionally divested the courts of their judicial power, so it needs to unwind much of this unlawful regime. Apart from these structural constitutional violations, administrative adjudication violates the Fifth Amendment, the Sixth Amendment, and the Seventh Amendment. When I speak of Fifth Amendment violations, I'm chiefly referring to the lack of due process. Agency proceedings scrap the federal rules of civil procedure and the federal rules of evidence, substituting the agency's own rules or making things up as they go. Worse yet, a fundamental tenet of due process is an impartial judge. They routinely shift the burden of proof to the respondent. They are beholden to their agency for their very employment. Unlike the Department of Justice in criminal cases, agencies are also not required to turn over exculpatory evidence to targets of enforcement. So even if the agency has proof of your innocence, it doesn't have to share that with you. Where is the justice in that?
Which means what? Which means what? A lot of people don't know what that was for. I do. So I'm going to say this. Fellas, pay your child support, man. Take care of yours. You don't got to go through a system. Just take care of yours. You and the mother, y'all come down and y'all work out something. But y'all just heard it. That's why they don't want you to go to an Article 3 court. Article 3 court, you got to prove everything. I'm just saying. On that note, I'm up out of here. Y'all be blessed. And just remember, God got your back. Let's go, Mace.
As I should. Niggas try to starve me. I did a lot of work, and I just never got paid. So when you don't get paid, you don't show up to work. And people keep asking why you keep coming and quitting again. That's a good question, because every time I get promised I'm gonna get paid again. And when I find out I ain't getting paid, I quit again. Do you understand that part? Do this arena understand this part? So when I say what I say, I know it can get a lot of people in trouble, but not me. Because I don't get in trouble. I'm God-made. I'm God-made. I'm God-made. I'm God-made. So I walked in here with about $1 million in jewelry and no security. Cause I'm from the I wish a nigga would block. I be kind to niggas too much. I be kind with niggas, they see me smiling and they think I'm sweet. When really I'm smiling cause you ain't no threat to me. Put my music on, bro. Let's go, bro. Turn me up. And we definitely not pros, we ain't nothing, nigga. And we definitely not goals, and we definitely not woes. You can feel it in your soul. We ain't nothing, nigga. We ain't nothing, nigga. We ain't nothing, nigga. We ain't nothing, nigga. I want to do it a cappella. Oh, okay. I'm an unapologist. New women like Solomon. I could burn bridge, walk water like the prophets did. I could read niggas' futures like astrologists. While I'm so clean, I'm the next thing to godliness. Niggas try to starve my kids and get my money to their firstborn. I'm not the nigga supposed to work for them. You supposed to teach Coach and P about a legacy. Instead the niggas follow you, you teach them treachery. Come on. And now you say you check for me without the check for me. Know what you talking about is murder, niggas, double jeopardy. Niggas saying let it go. You bugging, nigga, I can't let it be. Tell niggas don't talk for me. I can only talk for me. I know what my budget read. I read the joint every week. I'm on a no way out tour, but it's a way out for me. Niggas try to dangle money. They didn't think I ever leave. Niggas love to starve the artists, but they love to pay the freaks. Love to pay the freaks. How can I talk like this? Because when you from above, you're above them all. I may not be above in money yet, but I'm above in spirit, so I don't see myself as second in that. And because of that, I talk the way I want to talk. And I talk when I want to talk. I come in when I want to come in. Yes, sir. I leave out when I want to leave out. Because I'm my own man. Yes, sir. I show up when thunder fall. I ain't running from y'all. Because I come for it all. I fire at Goliath and watch him fall. They want to kill the short first because I come for the tall. And when your main artist die, who the hell do you call? I bring smoke with water on. I'm used to the fall. I empty pipes when clicks get clogged. And go to church on Sunday, I'm the illest of all. Don't ever put mates with other bad boys who had hardships. You know I get it jumping like a mosh pit, nigga. I'm the first level, dirt level. I can never work level. Niggas mad I made it to the I would never work level. Since Cain killed Abel, I'm able to kill Cain. And love don't steal, my nigga, change your name. Come on. And I see no integrity in your name. And I'm haunted by the ghost of St. James. Champagne King, match my rolling plain James. And I say, blame God I ain't changing. If niggas never found a killer, why is niggas living it? Everybody broke, niggas gotta blame the visionary. Niggas be selling their soul to go to a brunch. Niggas might end up sweet, drinking that punch. I suffer good. And niggas know I'm from another hood. Forget a brotherhood, I'm trying to make sure that my mother good. I act cheap, but I'm really golden the ghost. No matter who top five, I'm one coded the most. I'm the ghost of Wolf, ghost of RZA. Come with the facts you never considered. I'm the ghost of Shine. I speak for every artist never spoke their mind. Representing every artist that was left behind. From Crank Mac to G-Dub. I still remember them kids trapping. For every producer you ever stole a sample. Why you playing with me? Knowing I make examples. Niggas hide behind money. You know that's not a man move. You know you Franken, I'm Tony. You know that it would get lonely. It's never safe if you owe me. You know that saying's true. You had a chance to do right now. Understand you. You can't starve a nigga came from wicked Campbell. Karma came and gave him daughters for what he did to Kim Porter. Made the day he dies and rests in piss water. He could have changed his life. That nigga could have saved his life. Now it ain't no way to fight. Now he out and waving white. I know your strategies and what your habits be. And right now I got a mole in your faculties. So when you get the nerve to come after me, what audacity. Gotta know that dollar sign wasn't rapping free. Actually, after Big died, what a travesty. When Mace left, nigga, was nobody after. Guess I got the last laugh. They ain't laughing, huh? Niggas stay strapping up. Ready for a massacre. He ain't black ball, Mace, the ball ain't black enough. Tupac voice, nigga, I ain't even mad at you. Pretty nigga always make their heart smell, yeah. Come on. Guess you can say I know I pot fell, yeah, I'm just a Harlem nigga, riding down a Vegas strip with my own shit. You from my Vernon, nigga? Go rip your own hood. I'm not hating on your Billy worth, no. Right now, I'm only saying what you really worth. You ain't an architect. You just a nigga know how to market death. Go pay his mother what she really worth, nigga.
Friendly reminder, I want you to stop worrying about who like your pictures, baby. They see you. They watching. You got your foot on their neck, baby. Big motion. And guess what? They gonna screenshot this and talk about you in the group chat, so you might as well go off. Ain't no tippy-toeing. Ain't no playing it small. Ain't no playing it safe, baby. You big pressure. Stand on that.
Youngsters, if you're out there right now, do not give a darn what opinion people have of you, long as that opinion is not consistent of that of yourself. You be you. I'm not planning to make you feel good about me. I already feel good about me. I'm good. Message for the youngsters out there and the old school, not old fools. Look at me.
Whatever you want, whoa, whatever you need, my heart belongs to you. Oh, whatever you need, then nothing I won't do. Oh, whatever you want, oh, my heart belongs to you. Oh, I say whatever you need, whatever you need, my heart belongs to you. Whatever you need, there's nothing I won't do. Whatever you want, my heart belongs to you. I say whatever you need. It's sometimes a misty rain that gently touches my soul. Feels just like fire shut up in me. Yeah. Simply lose control. Oh, rain down, follow me. Let your love just fall like raindrops rain. Follow me. Oh, rain down, follow me. Let your love just fall like raindrops rain.